Hi, my name is Jacqueline Rose, and this is a journal about my spiritual awakening. And I do not think it's a coincidence that you're here. I think you are meant to be here. So check out this video and maybe a few more and see if anything resonates with you. And if it does, subscribe to my channel, follow me along on my journey, like my videos, and click the notification bell so you get to see all my videos. And my intentions here are always just pure, and I am trying to help anybody that is asking for help, or I can guide them in any way with my intuition. Today I just wanted to speak about some situations that kind of happened in my life recently. Maybe something just like kind of came to mind when I was dancing around my kitchen, because that's always how it happens. But I feel that we all have to take a look within ourselves. If there is a situation that reoccurs in your life, and I've spoken about this over and over again on this channel and to people, you have to see how you reacted in those situations. And you have to really take accountability for your part in things. With my weight loss, I have described the story before that when I started to decide that I was going to actually do this and I was going to lose the weight, I also decided that I did not want to gain it back. I did not want to do it all over again. And I knew, just because it was logical, that I didn't gain weight because of how much I love food. It was because of more than that. It was a self-control thing, and it was also it was hiding some kind of emotion. And I challenge everybody to try to figure out whatever your challenge is in life. If it is not getting the position that you want at work that you've been working so hard for, really wanting a husband but never actually like getting the right guy. It seems like you have to deal with similar issues but with a different person. If you keep drinking and you can't stop drinking, if you keep eating and you keep getting off and on the wagon, and you keep losing weight and gaining weight and then losing weight, any of these obstacles or more, there's lots of obstacles that we have in our life. If you cannot get to the root of the problem, which the root of the problem is usually your emotions and how you feel. If you cannot look within, then those problems will reoccur over and over again. I saw a film the other day. I finally subscribed to Gaia.com, which I recommend everybody doing if you're into the spiritual world, or you are into the I don't know, energy, quantum physics, science, why the fuck we're here on earth. If you're into any of those things, Gaia.com is basically Netflix for those type of shows. And I'm so glad I did. I have watched a few shows on there, which I fucking watch shows like 24/7. I'm always looking up this stuff, constantly listening. I mean, constantly, all the time. So I am like here, wealth of information. I am trying to understand everything and every aspect of it, because this is what my passion is. This whole spiritual, but I say spiritual, it's also science, all in, ancient culture. It all goes together. So I'm constantly trying to see what we're doing and why we're doing it. I'm just interested in it. That's where my passion lies. That's why I want to help people, find their own passions. But this guy on the show said, and I'm going to quote it tomorrow, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. I'm sure you've heard that. And it's so true. Like, if what you're doing isn't working, then don't do it anymore. And you don't have to not do it like tomorrow, but you have to make baby steps towards it. Like, I didn't want to be fat anymore. And so I envisioned myself as a skinny person. And I did this a long time ago too. And like, I envisioned what I would wear and stuff. It's funny. I would do that at the gym. And so I started doing that. And then I started envisioning my lifestyle and what my life would be like. And so that's, I've always say envisioning, imagination is huge. I think that you could use that with anything, though. You could do that with finding the person of your life, or the person you want to be with, or the position you want to be in. You can envision all of these things, but also you must get to the root of the reason why you did it. If you don't do that part, if you don't go within, I mean, I've done that a few times. I've lost weight. I've lost 20 pounds. I lost 40 pounds in in my 20s and I gained it back, and gained more. I mean, I lost, if I would count all the time of how much weight I lost in the last 10 years, back and forth, going back and forth, I would have already lost 80 pounds years ago. But I kept losing it and gaining it and losing it and gaining it. And I was fucking tired of it. So that's what made me go, okay, what else am I not seeing here? I just don't want to do this again. And that's the same thing with if you're in a relationship and you get out and it was a horrible relationship and it may not have been just like the one before, but it was still a bad relationship. You might want to go, okay, what am I doing? What is the signal? What is the energy that I am sending out that I can't see? I can't see this, but there is something inside of me that I am sending out to the universe, and I am attracting this back. What is it? And how can I do something different? So what would a person that was in a good mind frame, that had a good relationship, look like? Imagine them in your head. They would get up every morning and they would do A, B, and C. And in the afternoon, they'd do A, B, and C. When they reacted to somebody that got on their nerves, what would they do? Okay, because there was times that like people would fucking piss me off. There's an example. I was at the gym daycare once. This is a little example. And I like to throw examples in because then people could use them in their own lives. I was at the gym daycare once, and every Saturday morning they wouldn't really be on time. And so there was a class that started at 9:05, and they started to, sorry, back again, let me start the daycare over. I had to do some stuff on my phone. But anyways, so I went there. They were never there on time. The class started at 9:05. So I'd go there and I'd open up the door and I'd like put some chairs out and I'd get Jackson ready. Like I'd get his tablet ready, and I would do it every single time. So when the girls would come in, it was already started. I'd put out a tab just because I needed to get back to my class. So I was trying to make it easier for them. Well, I'd done it for, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks or more. I don't know. And one day I came and I picked up Jackson, and afterwards, after the class, and the teacher was like, hey, I'm going to have to ask you not to come back here anymore. And I remember being like, what, bitch? Because she was like, you're not supposed to be coming back here, and we can get in trouble if you do. And in my mind, I was like I said, what, bitch? Like, I'm trying to help you. What are you talking about? And I remember standing there thinking to myself, what? And I said, oh, I was just trying to help. And she was like, yeah, well, we have to ask you. But she was kind of rude, to be quite honest. And I had to like bring it together because I was kind of embarrassed too, to be honest with you. I was embarrassed about it, that, you know, this young girl was telling me that and I did something wrong. But I just kind of got quiet and I got all my stuff and I walked out the door, and I thought to myself, I was like, well, next time she's fucking late, I can just go to the manager. Like, I didn't go to the manager, you know? I never did any of that. I just would try to help them out, but they were running late, which made me run late. So next time she does it again. And then I was like, no, Jackie, give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe whenever I'm going back there, it's reminding them that they have to hurry up. Maybe it's making them like intense, and maybe I shouldn't be back there. Maybe they would get in trouble. Maybe they didn't like that I was reminding them that they were running late and everybody was waiting on them. I don't know. But I was like, look, Jacqueline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a few more chances. If I go back in there a few more times and they're not ready, then I eventually will go to the manager and say, hey, because they were young college girls. But I thought to myself too, like, if I go and complain to the manager now, like, Jackson is my kid and I need him to be at the daycare, and sometimes he would get, this is what I found out why he was autistic, or whatever they want to say that he's autistic, whatever, sensory processing disorders, because when he was younger, I would take him to the gym and I thought he needed to be socialized with kids, and so I would take him there and he would get in trouble. And it started to show me, and I had to stop going to the gym because I couldn't take Jackson. And then I fell off the wagon again, because I knew if I wasn't doing eating and working out, that I would fall off. Like, I knew that I have to like do both of them. And so once I stopped going to the gym, I just fuck it about, and I knew that was going to happen. And so I didn't want it to happen again, that I go complain and then Jackson starts acting up and then I can't go to the. So I had to like tiptoe around it. But then I also saw my ego, because there was a girl that I went to the gym with, Brandy, And if she was there, I would have tried to like been like, well, like I would have gotten an attitude back. But I thought about that. I was like, oh, I'm so glad Brandy wasn't with me, because I would have acted like this. And then that showed me something about myself. It was like, oh, well, you're trying to act like something, like, stop being that way. So I encourage you to always look at your part of everything in every situation. If you do not continuously analyze what you are doing and your part, quit going, well, my parents did this and my husband did this. Now, don't get me wrong. You want to limit those thoughts. You are not going to be perfect, and I do not want to act like I am love and light all the time, because it is a constant thing that I am trying to check myself. I'm a very good at analyzing, and so I analyze myself a lot and go, okay, why am I doing this? What does it stem from? What is my part in this? Sometimes you will go, like I went to my husband and I started acting different, and I started being more vulnerable with him and really expressing my feelings, even though it made him uncomfortable because he's a man. But then in turn, he started to understand more, and he lightened up more. And I approached our relationship differently. I just did it differently. And he would try to go back to like arguing like we used to. And I would go to him and I'm like, I'm not that same person. And you are approaching this relationship like you did a long time ago, and that doesn't work. So let's sit down and talk about it. Let's do something different. And so that's all I do. Encourage you to do something different. Do not do what you're continuing to do. Do something different. Imagine yourself as that person, and look at yourself and the things that you are doing and telling yourself. You need to do these things. 1, 2, 3. I gotta write that down and shit. But it just came over me. I'm dancing, and I actually filmed a video thinking something I might put out tomorrow, because I do some Facebook stuff. Not like, I don't know if anybody really gives a shit, but it seems like they do. But I put some things, just my comments, just my thoughts. Sometimes I'm like, people, obviously my friends seem to be interested in what I'm talking about, or my clients, or people that I'm around. They just seem to be intrigued and be picking it up. So I'm thinking people are interested. So I just wanted to like relay that message, because I am getting a gist of what I need to do in my life. I'm trying to like pull it all in, and it's overwhelming. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm trying to really figure out what my passion is, what that looks like, and how I can be successful. But as a whole, it looks there's a lot to do. There's Facebook and figuring that out. Remember, I also am not good at typing and spelling and any of that shit. So that's all in that. Fun. So I'm slowly doing stuff, then trying to figure out YouTube. And then there's the spiritual world, and there's the meditation, and there's the connecting and having to do those things every day. And then there's the normal. There's just so much to do. But what do I do? What can I do? Is I can slowly make steps forward. Like today, I was sitting here and I was trying to do YouTube, and it just seems like a lot, and I get overwhelmed. So, but I'm still, even if I'm just doing a little, again, just keep telling yourself it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight, Jacqueline. It will happen, but you're going to take baby steps every single day, and you're going to envision. I have a vision of what I can ultimately be. And with this ascension process, that's what also happens. You literally can see everything gets out of your way, and you are like, oh, that person I've always wanted to be, I actually can fucking be that person. Imagine that. I can be that person, and you can be that person. But I just want to guide people, and hopefully one day I can guide people one-on-one, because I think that I help people. I think I inspire people, and people inspire me. And I hope all of y'all have a wonderful day. Holler for a motherfucking dollar. Peace.